Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the epic saga of Vishnu's 10 avatars. And let me tell you, this is way more than just a collection of stories about gods and demons. It's really about the balance of the entire universe. It's a story about divine intervention, these huge cosmic cycles, and a powerful promise that whenever evil threatens to tip the scales, a hero will rise to set things right.
And that powerful promise, it comes straight from the Bhagavad Gita, spoken by Krishna, who, by the way, was an avatar himself. This quote just perfectly captures the whole idea. When righteousness, or what's known as Dharma, starts to fade and injustice takes over, a divine force is going to step in. It's not just a maybe, it's a cosmic guarantee.
So, okay, we get the why. It's all about restoring balance. But the who and the what of these avatars, that's where you find this incredible story of evolution. Each and every one of them is perfectly designed for the specific crisis of their time, and you can see this amazing progression from, primal chaos to really complex moral questions.
To really get a handle on the avatars, we first have to understand the cosmic clock they operate on. You see, in Hindu cosmology, time isn't a straight line. It's this massive, repeating cycle of 4 great ages, or yugas. And each age has its own totally distinct personality, from a golden age of absolute truth to an age of darkness and conflict.
So the cycle kicks off with the Satya Yuga, which is basically a golden age of perfect truth and purity. From there, it moves through the Treta and Dwapara Yugas, where you can see righteousness slowly start to decline. And then finally, we land in the Kali Yuga, which is the age we're in right now, an age known for conflict, vice, and spiritual darkness.
Now here's what's really fascinating when you look at this. You'd think most of the avatars would show up in the darkest age, right? But nope, the highest number, 4 of them, appear in the purest age, the Satya Yuga. So what does that tell us? It suggests that the earliest threats were, they were existential. They were about saving creation itself before it even had a chance to get going.
So let's jump right into that age of truth. Back then, the problems weren't about, corrupt politicians. They were massive threats to the very fabric of existence, to knowledge, to the gods, and even to the planet Earth itself.
So the very first avatar, Matsya, had to deal with 2 world-ending problems at once. First, a demon had stolen the sacred Vedas, the absolute foundation of all knowledge, and at the same time, a great flood was coming to wipe everything out. So Vishnu becomes a giant fish. He not only guides a boat with the sage Manu and the seeds of all future life to safety, but he also takes down the demon, bringing knowledge back to the world.
The next crisis, the gods themselves lost their power. Thanks to a sage's curse, they were suddenly weak, and demons were taking over. Their only shot was to churn the ocean of milk to get the nectar of immortality. The problem was, they were using a whole mountain as a churning rod, and it kept sinking. So, Vishnu became Kurma, the giant tortoise, providing this perfectly stable, unshakable foundation for the whole operation.
Okay, get this. The next demon, Hiranyaksha, does the most arrogant thing imaginable. He literally kidnaps the earth and hides it at the bottom of the cosmic ocean. So to save our world, Vishnu becomes Varaha, a colossal boar. He dives deep into that abyss, defeats the demon, and then raises the earth right back up into place on his tusks. What an image.
Now, this next one is brilliant. It's like a cosmic logic puzzle. The brother of the last demon, Hiranyakashipu, gets this boon that he thinks makes him totally immortal. I mean, look at these conditions. He can't be killed by man or beast, not during day or night, not on the ground or in the sky, not inside or outside, and not by any weapon. He thought he'd covered all the bases.
So how do you possibly defeat someone like that? Well, Vishnu finds the perfect loophole. He manifests as Narasimha. He was neither man nor beast. He was a man-lion. He attacked at twilight, which is neither day nor night. He did it on the threshold of a doorway, neither inside nor outside. He placed the demon on his lap, neither ground nor sky. And he used his own claws, not a weapon, to finish the job. I mean, talk about a brilliant workaround.
As we move into the Treta Yuga, you can feel the challenges start to shift. The threats are less about saving creation from total chaos and more about establishing Dharma, righteousness, and a just social order among people. The 5th avatar, Vamana, showed up to teach a lesson to a powerful but incredibly arrogant king. He appeared as a tiny dwarf and made a seemingly humble request, just 3 paces of land. The king, amused, agreed. And then Vamana expanded to a cosmic size. With his first step, he covered the entire earth. With the second, he covered the heavens. And for the third step, the humbled king had nowhere to offer but his own head, learning a huge lesson in humility.
Now the sixth avatar, Parashurama, shows a much fiercer, more wrathful side of justice. After his father was murdered by the sons of a corrupt king, Parashurama, an axe-wielding warrior, vowed to rid the world of the entire tyrannical warrior class. And this number, 22, that's the number of campaigns he waged to do it. It's a powerful symbol of his absolute, unrelenting commitment.
And of course, the seventh avatar is Rama, the ideal man, the perfect son, the model king. His entire life, which we read about in the Ramayana, is basically a masterclass in Dharma. From honoring his father's promise by going into exile for 14 years, to his epic quest to rescue his wife Sita from the demon king Ravana, his entire journey was about doing the right thing. He ultimately established what's known as Ram Rajya, a golden era of perfect governance. Okay, as we move into the later ages, evil gets more complicated. The challenges are less physical and much more philosophical, more moral. The battles move from the battlefield to the human soul, and they require diplomacy, wisdom, and really deep insight.
In the Dwapara Yuga, we meet Krishna, and wow, he might be the most complex and fascinating of all the avatars. He's a playful child, a divine lover, a brilliant political strategist, and the ultimate spiritual teacher. His defining moment really comes on the battlefield of the Mahabharata. Right there, in the middle of a war, he delivers the Bhagavad Gita, this incredible, timeless wisdom on duty, life, and the very nature of reality.
At the dawn of our current age, the Kali Yuga, we get the ninth avatar. And this one was a complete game changer. Born a prince named Siddhartha, Buddha gave up all his worldly pleasures to find an answer to human suffering. His weapon wasn't a sword or an axe, it was knowledge. He taught a path of compassion and nonviolence to fight the inner demons we all have: ignorance, greed, and hatred.
So our journey through the ages brings us to now, to the Kali Yuga, and to an avatar who hasn't even arrived yet. This part of the story is about the future.
The ancient texts predict that in our age, things are going to continue to decline, that injustice, greed, and chaos will eventually reach an absolute peak. And when the world is just drowning in darkness, when all hope seems lost, that's when the final avatar is destined to appear.
So who is this final savior, this end-of-days warrior who is prophesied to come and reset the great cosmic cycle once and for all?
His name is Kalki, and unlike the philosophers and kings who came before him, Kalki is prophesied to be a pure, unstoppable warrior. He'll ride a white horse, wield a blazing sword, and his mission will be very clear: destroy evil, end this age of darkness, and kick off a brand new golden age, a new Satya Yuga.
But here's the thing. Kalki's mission is arguably the most difficult of them all. He won't just be fighting off some corrupt kings or demons. He's prophesied to face a being named Kali Raj, the literal, physical embodiment of all the evil of the Kali Yuga. This sets the stage for the ultimate final battle between light and darkness, and it leaves us with this huge, lingering question: what will it actually take to defeat the personification of an entire age of evil?